It is the Monday after Thanksgiving, meaning that you just had your turkey, you just had family, and now you got this end of the year time, this end of the year rush. We try to get everybody in so that way they can use up all their insurance. It's the dental thinking, the dental mind that gets you there. And to me, it always kind of seemed a bit silly. I have to get this rush in for somebody to use their $1,000 or their $1,500, and that industry alone, the fact that deductibles and maximums are $1,500, $2,000 when the entire world has changed, and that's still the same, shows that there's something wrong with the industry, something that's stopping you from achieving what you want to achieve. So I speak to dentists all the time, different dentists, different questions. It could be, hey, my practice is busy, really busy. We're seeing patients all the time. We're just not bringing in much profit, usually due to PPOs, Medicaid, and doing work at such a low price that your overhead's gone. So what I wanted to come to you today was with a thought on overhead itself. You know, this thought of getting people or rushing them in so their insurance can, it's just the type of thinking that dentists have grown to accept. What I'm asking you to do is challenge that thought. Do you have to be in an industry that requires you to give up the majority of what comes in? If your overhead is 70, 80, 90% and you're working hard and don't have the profit to show for it, where's the good in it? So don't get me wrong. The dentistry profession itself is a smart one. It's a good one. Everybody who made it through dental school is a smart individual. It's not easy. It was difficult. Certainly was difficult for me. I chose to get out of the dental industry because the working that hard and not seeing the results just didn't seem to make sense to me. There had to be some kind of different way. So challenge the thoughts, guys. Challenge the idea and the thought that you have to participate with insurances. I bought and sold numerous practices over the 15 years that I was in dentistry. Each one that I bought was participating with insurances. First practice I bought was doing $60,000. I sold it 3 years later when it was doing $360,000, 6 times the amount. What happened? I got rid of the insurances, took the patients that were there. Most of them stay. Remember, cleanings are going to get paid 100% anyways. Most of them stayed. And then sold it. And I repeated that process a couple times. Was this some kind of magic that I had the ability? No, it was just simple common sense. Remember in the movie Wall Street when he was talking about Blue Star Airlines, why sell a seat for $79 if someone's willing to pay $579? There is something to making your practice available and eligible to everyone for a fee. This is what dentistry really is and should be in our mind. It's a place where people go and expect to pay. And if people come to you and don't expect to pay, why should you expect to get paid? They're not expecting to pay. They obviously don't consider you and your time to be that important. They're not even willing to pay for it. If my insurance covers it, I'll do it. My challenge to you, start dropping insurances one at a time. Take the worst one you have. Get rid of it. What do? You don't send out one of those letters, we're no longer participating with your insurance because they cut our fees too low. No, that's not the way to do it. The way to do it is to take the smallest one you work with or the worst one and just get rid of it. Patients come in for their cleaning. It's still covered at 100%. Then they go and let's say get a root canal or a filling, covered at 80%. They're going to hit their max that much faster. The difference is going to be in what they owe. So the amount paid to you should be more. What the patient owes you will be a little bit more. You explain to those patients, hey, I can't participate with the insurances. They cut my fees too much. So I'm looking for a way to give you better work, and this was the way I could do it. Otherwise, I just had to put substandard work in your mouth and could no longer morally do so. Do that with each insurance, one at a time. Get over the fear factor of all the patients are going to leave. Some will leave. maybe 20 to 30%. But what would you rather have? A practice that's fully busy, running around like a chicken with your head cut off, trying to catch up, and have a take home or 100 of, let's say, 150,000? Or would you rather have holes in your schedule, better quality patients that can lead, by the way, to a fuller schedule, and take home 250? That's the thought for the day. Work smarter, not harder, guys. Avi Weisfogel, Happiest Dentist Daily. Happy Thanksgiving. Looking forward to an amazing new year.